Yo, welcome in to CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into Studio B of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Delmendo. Follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Show bet last night, hit money line, hit plus
2.5. Yeah.
Hit. So the show bet is back. And guess what? You know what I love about today? Got more playing games. Even got the NIT. I don't know if you're going to dabble on the NIT.
Not tonight, though.
You got Texas Southern, Fairleigh Dickinson, our Knights from Hackensack, New Jersey versus the Johnny Jones Texas Southern Tigers. And then you also got Arizona State and Nevada. But what I love, we didn't really talk about our bets. I just saw your bets in the Slack. We already got our show bet. Texas Southern, baby. Why not?
Southern?
I was going to take them on the money line. You took them -2. Why not? Who cares? Let's go. Texas Southern. I love that pick. So I think that's our show bet already. We already got that nailed down to the ground.
Look at us. Who would have thought, Sean? Here we go. Texas Southern. I love Texas Southern tonight. Some trends for your ass, Sean.
For my ass?
For your ass. Fairleigh Dickinson from Hackensack, New Jersey. I remember that because Sean told me that last week. I'm a week's years old since I learned that. Fairleigh Dickinson 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 neutral site games.
That's really good.
That's a really good. I like that. I like that a lot. So give me Texas Southern -2. Also, Fairleigh Dickinson coming to the tournament off a loss. They only got into the tournament because Merrimack wasn't allowed. Like, they didn't qualify.
Yeah, ineligible.
They're ineligible, and they lost their conference tournament. So, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Give me Texas Southern. They're not good. They are what?
14-20?
They're 14-20. They won their conference tournament, whatever. But they played well in that conference tournament. I know in the NCAA tournament, a lot of teams don't do well if they win their conference tournament. Like, for instance, it's teams like Duke, teams like Duke's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Purdue, I guess, but they're a number one seed anyway. Doesn't matter. A lot of teams come to the NCAA tournament after winning their conference tournament and seemingly kind of run out of gas. You could argue that for Texas Southern or against Texas Southern because they had to win their tournament to even get in. Of course, any team in that conference was going to have to win their tournament to get in. And the fact that they're not a good team in general. But it's saying something when they're 2.5-point favorites and they're 14-20. Meanwhile, Fairleigh Dickinson is 19-15 on the year. So Vegas knows something.
Well, do you know that they know?
What do they know?
Johnny Jones knows ball. Johnny Jones and the Texas Southern Tigers have been in this spot the past 2 years. They have been in third in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and they were second in 2021 and 2022, and then third in 2020, 2021, eighth this year. But he's won the tournament 3 straight years, and he's won the play-in games 2 straight years. And not only has he won those games, he's won by 8, and he's won by 9. That's a cover, baby. So Johnny Jones not only has gotten it done in the tournament, he's covering in the tournament. So let's go. I mean, this is mid-major city.
Manifesting.
The Southwestern Athletic Conference is way better than wherever the fuck Fairleigh Dickinson is from. I think they're a MEAC, right?
No? That's the same conference as St. Peter's. I think at least. I don't know where Fairleigh Dickinson's conference is. I couldn't tell you.
Northeast.
Northeast.
Are they the NEAC?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I like Johnny Jones and Texas Southern a lot here, just because they've been there, they've done that. Yeah. Fairleigh Dickinson, like you said, they couldn't even beat Merrimack. Yeah. They
don't
cover 4.
Deserve to be here.
Or they covered 4, but they couldn't even cut it down. I mean, they couldn't win the Northeast Conference.
I'm also taking the under on this game. It's at 147. Now, the under so far in the NCAA tournament, if you want to count these first 4, is 2-0. The under is 2-0 in the NCAA tournament. And I read a stat a couple days ago that the under for totals of 145 or more in the NCAA tournament have gone under around 55% of the time since, I can't remember the year, but it's been over a long course of time. So, and the reason that I like that trend is in the NCAA tournament, especially in these second halves, it really slows down because teams start to want to, especially if they have a lead, they want to run the clock out. Last night, I had I had the over on Pitt and Mississippi State. And it was on track to go over at halftime. The live total was 140.5. The pregame line was 132.5.
Lawrence said he took it at 139.
Yeah. And it went way under. One, because Mississippi State went scoreless for 5 minutes. And two, Pitt also decided that they're going to throw up a bunch of bricks in the final 10 minutes. But the way that they are playing, though, plays towards the under, too, because they'd get a rebound, and then they'd walk it up the court, pass around, use the entire shot clock. And I feel like that's what you see a lot in the NCAA tournament in general, especially for a lot of these, these lower seeds. Because if they get a lead, they're going to try and have possession of the ball more often than not. So I just want to keep that in mind. I'm not saying that every under is going to hit, but I do like that in this case tonight for Texas Southern and Fairleigh Dickinson because, again, 2-point favorites. I think or 2-point spread. I think the game will be close. And when you get in the second half, the defenses will really matter in that scenario. So I think we could see something like that scenario where a lot of clock being ate up in that second half. So give me the under 147, Texas Southern, Fairleigh Dickinson, and Texas Southern -2 for the first game tonight in the first 4.
And then at least looking back to the past Johnny Jones games, just because we have that reference, both games under 143 and 112.
Yeah, Texas Southern is 14 and 18 on the under, I guess on the
total. They're 14 and 19 for unders.
Yeah, they're 14 and 19 for unders. So the over is hit 14 times, the under is hit 19 times. Fairleigh Dickinson 18 and 13 and 1 on the over under this year, but again, that just doesn't make, like, when you look at the team's records and all that, first off, you basically throw that out in the NCAA tournament. But two, the fact that Fairleigh Dickinson clearly had a better season than them and they're still an underdog in this game, in a way, you can argue that it's a trap, a sports betting trap here, because you look at the records alone, you're like, Fairleigh Dickinson should win this. How did Texas Southern even get here?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, give me Texas Southern.
Conferences as well. I mean, conferences matter as well. When you're winning in the Northeast Conference, it's a lot easier than down in Texas. Let's go to the next game, Nevada and Arizona State. And this is going to be a quick show. We're going to be done right before 3, before the Bears do their show at 3 o'clock. You got Nevada money line? Let's go.
+2.
Oh, you got Nevada +2. All right, so Nevada, Arizona State is the first game.
It's on the thing, on the screen here. I will take either money line or I'm telling you to take either money line or the +2. I went ahead and took the money line for the plus money. In a way, I hate it. Mountain West went 0-5 in the NCAA tournament last year.
Do you want to hear some? I got to give you more stats. Mountain West versus spread since 2007, 14, 35, and 1. Their last 50. Sorry, that's in their last 50. And then in their last 9, can you guess what they are in their last 9, Cody?
Well, I know entering last season they were
0-5.
No, they were 1-7 since 2017 or whatever. Entering last year's tournament,
they're 0-9.
And then they went 0-5. Yeah. So
0-9 in their last 9. Not good.
Yeah, not great. And I was looking at how the Mountain West did in last year's tournament. But I don't know. I don't buy this Arizona State team, and that's why I'm going to take Nevada. Because when I look at Arizona State and their schedule against the Pac-12, against teams that aren't, or that really aren't that scary, not only were the totals low, but also it's not like they won by it's not like they were blowing teams out. They're a very mid team, and just like Nevada, I think they're just as mid. And that's why the spread is 2 points. So Mountain West has got to win eventually. That's kind of the way I look at it. Arizona State coming in after losing to Arizona in the Pac-12 tournament. Now, Nevada, they have lost 3 in a row, but the last 2 were in overtime. So 2 close losses, UNLV and San Jose State. But again, you want to talk about trends? I did see that the Wolfpack are 15-4 against the spread in their last 19 neutral site games. I know a lot of that was probably due to, back when they were really, really good with some of the Martin kids and stuff like that. But
15-4?
15-4 against the spread the last 19 neutral site games.
I wonder, because, Steve Alford's been there for 4 years. I don't know. He might have played 19 neutral site games in the past 4 years. The one thing that like I really don't have a lean on this game. I feel
it's a
like
tough one. I'm betting it because it's available.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily like this game. If I were to tell you to avoid a game tonight, it would be this one. But this is my plays on it because I'm going to bet it anyway.
Well, we saw yesterday Pitt was the underdog and plus money on the money line. They still won. Like I don't think it's the wrong play. And two, I think of it like the NFL. You know, when it's kind of a 50-50 matchup, especially in the playoffs. Like there's one game, one team has to win. It's this scenario. I like taking anybody with plus money. It's even why I like Colgate, the 15 seed over the 2 seed, because it's like they could win. We've seen it before. And I don't even think Nevada's that much of a stretch. It's Steve Alford versus Hurley tonight, right? It's Dan Hurley, right?
No, he's coach of UConn.
It's Bobby Hurley.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's one of the Hurleys. I think
Dan
Bobby
Hurley's the coach of UConn.
UConn, and then Bobby Hurley is the ASU coach. Both of these coaches have below 500 records in the tournament. There's not like a strong Johnny Jones lean here, so I think I lean with you. Nevada plus points sounds smart.
Yeah. If you're scared, just take the points then instead of the money line like I am, because I'm greedy. Also, this year, if it helps you against the spread, Nevada 18-11-2 against the spread this year. Meanwhile, Arizona State only 15-18-1. Again, these are all trends; they don't necessarily matter. So tread lightly. But I'm also taking the under in this game. Now, obviously, it's a 130. I got it at 135. It was at 134.5, so it moved up a half point. Again, it kind of goes back to how Arizona State has played against a lot of the mid teams in the Pac-12. Just not a lot of points scored. And I think the game will be close, and I think it will really slow down the second half. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the under there. We'll see. The
other reason why I like Nevada too is because they take better shots. Like they're usually either in the paint or they're taking threes. ASU kind of settles for some mid-rangers. So let's play. I like the Nevada play as well. So we're on Nevada and we're on Texas Southern. Why not teaser? You know, get a little 6-point teaser action.
There you go.
You tease up Nevada.
It is a perfect spot for
points. I don't know. We'll think about it. But that's going to do it. I hear the Bears show starting over in Studio A. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Tail Texas Southern, Tail Nevada. We'll see you tomorrow at 12:30 for going through all of day one of the NCAA tournament.